Good afternoon, my beauties. So, I've been doing a follow up on the saga with the nurse and the monster. And in watching the news last evening, a lady was talking, a fairly young woman. And what was said, and I was watching some other little news clippings and so forth. What she stated is that she and some other people, as I was watching, so I'm giving it somewhat simultaneously for you to understand. So apparently the man was somewhat drunk or tipsy or whatever it is. Perhaps, I'm not sure how true that part is. So the motor vehicle was swerving a lot. Now, as a driver, when you see a motor vehicle swerving, two things come to your mind. You said you don't want, well, apart from not wanting to meet in any accident with the individual or people, you want to pass them. That's the first thought. Or you slow down where you're away from them by far. But if you need to get to your destination, you want to kind of speed and pass them and get out of their way completely. So because he's swerving, the woman maybe in the swerve, the nurse said, this maybe when she was passing, it probably created a little combustion. They said that the man, I don't know if he sped up back and went in front of her and blocked her, because you know some drivers, they get irate if you pass them, and if he's drunk, and it makes it worse. They said that when he approached her vehicle, and I guess she wound her glass down, the man spat in her face. Him spit in her face, for those who don't know the word spat. Him spit in her face. I remember sometime last year, was it? Yes, or earlier this year. I think it may have been last year. I was watching the overseas news where this black man apparently, allegedly had spit, or he spat in a police officer's face. And I guess it went to the court system and so on. And it was said that allegedly he was going to be given 70 years imprisonment for doing that. And I have done videos about here. There is something sacred about the face. You don't touch it, you don't box it, you don't spit in it, you don't violate the face. The face is a sacred temple. There's something about the face. That is why people with acne will spend all kinds of money to get rid of it, because they feel very low and down and downtrodden and despondent when your face looks bad. There's just something precious about the face. It probably can be equated to how some people love money. And you know, a lot of people do. So there is something sacred. So he spat in her face. I don't know if she retaliated. But I remember seeing the video where when she somehow came out of the car, because maybe he dragged her out. Because you know, men are physically stronger than women. He flipped her over. Go and watch the video. So she perhaps landed either on her back or on her side. Mighty God. The man walked away, walked off like he was walking, because the anger is brewing and building now, you know. And a man came in and said, no man, you cannot beat a woman. And the lady in her voice, weak voice, said, whatever, when me do you, when me do you. And the man, like he couldn't get enough of just spitting in her face, flipping her over on the ground, holding a gun at her. That was just not enough at all. On whatever it is that she would have done to him that nobody knows, not even the nurse. He began to lift his hoof and stomp in her face. You know, beautiful people, I remember I was playing a game of dominoes with some men. Somebody taught me how to play professionally. And I'll enter these little competitions. And I was winning. My partner and I played a partner domino, not the see-throat one. And not really, I mean, occasionally play the see-throat one. And we were winning. And the other party was upset. Maybe because a female is with the same, and it's ironic. I remember that same partner, domino partner, and I played with against that one, that individual, and we gave him 7-6 love, not 7 love, 7-6 love. He was so angry. I never forgot it, but we were on a church compound at that time, so he couldn't do it. But this time we were not. And the man got so angry, accused, of coding or saying so. That time, poor me, I even know one code. Threw some liquid on the domino, flung the domino. I mean, probably almost where grass not grow or sun not shine. Got so, and I'm asking him, why are you behaving this way? Because you're losing. Why are you doing this? And he went on and he charged them and said, if you open up your mouth one more time and say anything. And I mean, he was verbally abusive, psychologically abusive, emotionally abusive. And I had to make good sense prevail. I had to humble myself because I can't fight this big old man, that strong man. They may have female, may not have that the strength, the physical strength like man. So I had to shut my mouth. Because he lost, he was losing the game and couldn't take a loss against a woman. That was it in my scheme. In my analysis of the entire situation. I stand corrected if I'm wrong, but I can't see anything else outside of that. Because there was nothing brewing. I don't know him. Every time I see him, it's a cordial greeting. How are you? All is well? Sort of a situation. So I understand from a verbal perspective, a psychological perspective, and an emotional perspective, the trauma that this woman would have gone through, not the physical. So that lady has gone through psychological abuse by that monster, emotional abuse by that animal, mental abuse by that wicked man, and physical abuse by that creature. That really they should put him in a rocket launch and send him where grass no grow and sun no shine. Like when these people are going maybe to the moon and you see them floating in the aircraft thingy, the rocket launcher, or whatever they want to call it. They have just carry him there with them and lift him, they make him float around. Just float around until no life exists anymore. And ladies, I want you to understand we're like, in some sense, an endangered species. Because a lot of these men are like that. And a lot of them will back whatever it is like that did that to the woman. And you have good men out there who are beastly against it, and they're so humiliated and embarrassed to know that they are associated, having similar testosterones and genitals, like a sick thing like that. Because he could not get to strut his God stuff. I didn't know that he was the one that we should have knelt down to and pray and say, Almighty One, what do you want us to do? Anything you say we do. I didn't know that we were supposed to do that. Because he's not even a demigod. He's an odd. That one that doesn't belong on the planet. And now I can understand why Peter had to say, although it was speaking to husbands, it's a general principle. Be careful that you don't embitter your wives, that you're not harsh with them, men, because your prayers will be hindered. Sometimes you men wonder why things are happening to you because of how you're treating women. You're made physically stronger so that you can provide and protect us, and instead you're blocking and hindering and abusing us. And I don't want a Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Jill, or Jane to tell me about this, that, or the third where women are concerned, or maybe he's this and that. He's a wicked man, evil. Have a crooked-like complex, not God-like, because that's not how our God operates. Them, they're the man they want on the Lord and praise and beg. You hear? Them, the people. But gotta go judge him. May I make you know that? Gotta go beat him, in fact. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give honor to his lions.